Hey guys, Steve Throttle here with Horizon Hobby. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up your Spectrum DX6 radio for use with the 350 QX3. Keep in mind this really won't work too well with the QX2 version if you have the camera, because the gimbal control functionality is slightly different. However, the rest of it should work just fine. Alright, let's get started. First thing I want to do is turn on my radio, of course. And you can turn the radio on in a couple different ways here. If you just turn it on and forget to hold the roller in to go into system setup, the easiest thing to do would be to hit back and clear at the same time. So just push both of those and it will go into your model select menu. And then all you'll need to do is scroll down one, hit add new model, and then hit create. And that will make a brand new model. You don't have to do anything from here. You're already on that model. You're adjusting that new model now. You can set up a name for your model, of course, but for the sake of time, I won't do that here. You guys can figure that part out. You'll just go to model name. First thing we'll do, though, is go to channel assign, and we're going to set up a couple things here. This first page of channel assignment is useless to us, so we'll go right past that. And then we're going to go into the channel input configuration menu, which is just that next button I just hit. What we want to do is adjust where the switches are. So this is what it was telling the radio what switch I want to use to operate the gear channel. I want B because I like that switch. That's the normal flight mode switch of most radios. So we'll just cycle that switch here, and that will adjust it on the menu. So you already went to B there. If you don't have I think the DX6 is shipping with all the new firmware, so it all should be active. But if you don't, you can scroll through and select B as well. Once that's done, you can go into your aux1, and you're going to set aux1 to that A switch. Again, I like it here, put it here, cycle that, and then you can put the radio back and it automatically selects A, but you can scroll through and select it. Once you do that, confirm it by pushing the button in, and then we can hit back. So we have just gear and aux1 done, and then we hit back. Now we're done in this main menu, so we can go hit back again, and that's going to take us to obviously the main menu of the radio when the radio is turned on and RF is active. Click the roller once. It's going to get us into our screen here, and we're going to go into Servo Setup. Servo Setup, we'll need to adjust just the reverse here, so we'll click on where it says travel and scroll to reverse. When the bar is in the down position, it's not reverse. When the bar is in the up position, it is reverse. So we want to reverse aux1 here. So click that up, and we can go ahead and go back up to the top, and we want to go to Servo Setup, or actually this is actually travel, so we want travel here, and then we're going to go to aux1, and we want to adjust the high and the low endpoint. The high being on the bottom here, so we want aux1 the high endpoint here at 140, and then we want the low endpoint. And the way to select that, obviously you can't roll to it, but the way to do it is to just take your aux1, cycle it to that position, and now you can see that bar is on that. And we want this to be 120. All right, so now that we have the travel endpoint set and the reversing set, we can go back. And a really important thing you want to do is set up your throttle cut. That's so you can turn the props off without having to lower the trim of the radio. You can turn the props off immediately. Okay, so unlike most 350s, we like it on the bind button, so you have that quick button. So you want to highlight that menu so it's blinking, go up here, click the bind button once, and you'll see that it makes it switch I. Once you confirm that, it's going to give you all this stuff here. Really not that important, other than it automatically defaults to -130, and that it tells you what switch it's using here. So if I cycle that, you can see the throttle, this top bar here, you can see that cycling down when I hold down. That's telling me that it's actually working, so that if I do kill the throttle, the motors will stop. Alrighty. That is everything you need to do, so you can clear out of there, go all the way back to your main menu. You're all ready to fly. Now that you have all that radio programming set up, it's important to realize the DX6 doesn't have any rollers or knobs on it, so you have to adjust the gimbal just like you would in the stock configuration on the DX4. That being said, what we have to do is we have our throttle stick that will control our gimbal pitch. Keep in mind that's why we have this aux1 switch here. So when we flip our aux1 forward and we adjust the throttle up and down, that's going to raise and lower our gimbal pitch. So that, of course, on the ground it's on a limited amount of time, and in the air you have about 5 seconds to adjust it. And then when you flip out of that, you'll have it'll go back to normal throttle control and everything else. So just wanted to give you that information on the DX6, and I hope that helps, guys. Thanks a lot.